Students, hello students. As in our first topic, Introduction to Bookkeeping and Accountancy, we are already completed the basic concept, terms, definition which are used in the bookkeeping and accountancy, or you can say that without of which you cannot study the subject of bookkeeping and accountancy. Now in our second chapter, we'll study how to maintain the record, what is the way to maintain the record in the bookkeeping and accountancy. As we are knowing, this bookkeeping subject is teaches us how to keep the record of a business so that we can find out whether we are running in the profit or whether we are running in the loss. Now the second topic name is meaning and fundamentals of double entry bookkeeping system. Double entry bookkeeping system, it means this is the method under which we are maintaining the record of a business. Now see what is the meaning of double entry bookkeeping system. As we are knowing that business word is related to buying and selling, right? So the every business transaction it means what? Give and take. It means what? When one person gives something to another and at the same time the another is giving something to the first person. So every business or transaction involves two person, two accounts or two parties, where in one is the receipts of the benefit and the other is the giver of the benefit, right? It means suppose Mr. A and B is there. A want a mobile phone, so he will purchase from the Mr. B because B is the seller of the mobile phone. So B is giving the benefit to the A, and in that return the A will pay the money to the B, right? If something comes into the business, something goes out from the business, it means what? I am the seller, and suppose if I am purchasing the product to resell it in the market, that time when I am purchasing the product I have to give the money to the seller. It means what? Give and take policy. So this recording of a two aspects of a monetary, it means what? Involvement of money, financial transactions in the books of accounts in terms of a debit and credit is called as a double entry system of bookkeeping. It means what? Since as we are knowing, every transactions having the two aspects, it means for the business, if the only customers are there, from where they will purchase? No place. If in the business only seller are existed, not a buyer, not a customer, the transaction will complete? No. So overall and all, since two persons are required, two accounts are required, two parties are required in this, one is the receiver of the benefit and another is the giver of the benefit, right? So it is known as what? To recording all these two aspects of monetary transaction in books of accounts in terms of debit and credit is called as what? Double entry bookkeeping system. Since students, as we are seeing in the movies and all or in the olden days of our country, there is a Mahajani or Bahi Khata system, that money lender is keeping the books, he is recording who's I am giving the loan and all that, or they are keeping the books which is known as Vahi Khata and all. But in nowadays there are two separate systems which is known as what? Single entry system and double entry system. So what is the meaning of single and what is the meaning of double? This single entry system, it means they will record only cash. How much money is received, how much money is given, only up to that. And personal accounts, from whom I am receiving money, to whom I am paying the money, not other thing. But as we are knowing, in business not only the persons are involved, there are so many things are involved. So this single entry system is an incomplete recording system because it changes because it changes as per the convenience of a business for recording the transaction, right? It means single entry, it means what? I'm doing, suppose Mr. is doing the business. He will record only what, how much money I receive, how much money I paid, from whom I am receiving, to whom I am paying the money. But he will not record the other thing. He will not record the expenses, how much repairs and maintenance I am giving, telephone expenses I am giving, salary I am giving, all these, or how much interest I am receiving, how much commission I am receiving. All these things are not recorded in the single entry system. So this single entry system is an incomplete system, incomplete record of bookkeeping. So almost it is not usable in the business, but double entry bookkeeping system is a complete record, so it is most usable in all types of business. Double entry bookkeeping system is a most scientific method of recording all business transactions in the books of accounts, because this system says that every transactions has double or twofold effects which are to be recorded in the books of accounts. And as per the double entry bookkeeping system, one account is debited and another account is credited with the equal amount, right? Now, what is the meaning of debit and what is the meaning of credit? Debit, it means benefit received by that account. To whom I will debit the benefit received by whom? To that I will debit. Credit indicates benefit given by that account. It means whoever is giving the benefit, it is will be credited. Students, just do not get the panic, do not get how I will understand and all that. When we will learn one by one, step by step, each and everything, you will know what is the meaning of double entry, what is the meaning of debit and credit. Since students, one diagram is shown in your textbook, important elements of double entry bookkeeping system, just do not see it because you will not understood what is meaning of this diagram. First you will complete all the terms, then you will know what is the meaning of this diagram. Now I will move on to the definition of double entry system. As J.R. Bartley Boy, in the first topic, we have learned the definition given by the J.R. Bartley Boy for the bookkeeping and bookkeeping. It is an dealing between the two or more than two persons and recorded in the books of account. It is an art of recording the business dealing in set of books, right? So here J.R. Bartley Boy gives us the definition of a double entry system. Every business transaction, students listen carefully, business transactions has a twofold effect. It means there are the two impact of this business transaction, that is affects two accounts. It means that business transaction impact on a two accounts which in opposite directions, and if a complete record is to be made of each such transaction, it will be necessary to debit one account and credit another account. It means, suppose if I want to keep my business record up to date, I want to keep my business record up to 100% true and right. So in my business, every transaction, every activity has twofold effect, and that make a impact on two accounts, but which direction? Opposite direction. Remember students, opposite directions. And if I want to make the complete record of such transaction, it will be necessary that I will debit one account and I will credit another account. And this recording of a twofold effect of each and every transaction gives the rise to the double entry system. It means recording of this business transaction in the twofold impact gives the birth to the double entry system. Now to learn this double entry, if you will learn the principles, it is very easy to understood you. So what the principle is says that every business transaction there must be minimum 2 effects. It means when we are doing the transactions, when you are buying and selling, that time there should be a 2 effects, which are these: debit and credit, right? And 2 accounts, it means what? One is the receiver and another is the giver. One is the receiver of the benefit and one is the receiver of the benefit and the another is a giver of the benefit. If one account is debited, other account must be credited. It means at a time not only sellers are existed, but at the same time buyers should be there, customer should be there, right? One is the giver of the benefit, another is the receiver of the benefit, and every debit has equal and corresponding credit of the same amount. It means if a seller is selling the goods of rupees 100, the buyer will give only rupees 100, he will not give the 150. And if a seller is selling the product of rupees 100, he will receive only the 100 rupees, he will not receive the 150 rupee. So in short and simple, you can say that students, double entry, it means every transaction, remember only one thing, every transaction 2 accounts are involved. In that, one should be debit, another should be credit, and both are with the equal amount. It means debit with the 100, so credit should be 100. It should not be the 1000 or more than that, right? And in that, one is the receiver of the benefit and another is the giver of the benefit. And because of recording of this way, as per the double entry bookkeeping system method, it is a complete and scientific method because it records both aspects of a business, receiver of the benefit and giver of the benefit. It records into all two impacts, all two effects of a business. So it is a complete system, it is a complete method of recording the business transaction in the books of accounts. It gives the accuracy in accounting work. It also checks the arithmetical accuracy.